So we have been working on multiplying two digits by one digit, which is the basis for everything that you're going to learn in fifth grade. Everything that has to do with multiplication that you're going to learn in fifth grade. So let's get back to it. But today, instead of doing two digits by one digit, we're going to step it up a little bit. And we're going to do two digits by two digits. Can we see that? I'm going to write it way over here on purpose because I'm going to show you a few different methods for doing two digits by two digits. So we've got 22 times 21. All right. Yep, we can see that in my horrible handwriting. So, first I'm going to show you the standard way, which is how I learned growing up, and I'm sure many of your parents did. So, we're going to go here first. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. So, our first line is 22. Now, right here, very important, a lot of people forget this, we're going to put a 0. And what I tell a lot of people to do now, you don't have to if you remember to put a 0, but what I would do is mark out the 1 because we're done with that. We're done with the 1, and that's gonna remind you to put a 0. Now we're going to start on the 2. So we're going to go here. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to come down here. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to add our products. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 0, there's a 0 here, understood. 0 plus 4 is 4. So, 22 times 21 is 462. So, that might not be the preferred way for some people, and that's okay. So, I'm going to show you a couple more ways. So, we're going to rewrite our original problem, but we're going to do it differently. So 22 times, and we need two numbers to add together to give you 21. So what I'm going to do is 20 and 1, because that's going to make it really easy. So when you multiply by anything that has a 0 right here at the end, what I would do is bring down the 0, and then you're done with that. You don't need to worry about the 0 anymore. So now 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 2 is 4. Now, we're not done, because we got to do the other part of that. 22. So we had 21, and we multiplied by 20 already. So now we have to multiply by the 1 that's left over. And as we know, anything times 1 is that number. So 22 times 1 would be 22. And then when you add these two numbers, 440 plus 22, 0 plus 2 is 2, 4 plus 2 is 6, and then we just have a 4 left over on the end. So as you can see, we got the same thing two different ways. So this is the standard algorithm, and this is partial products. Now we're going to do yet another way. This way is kind of new to me, but a lot of kids seem to like it. So I say if you like it and it gives you the correct answer, go for it. So 22 can be broken into 20 and 2. And 21 can be broken into 20 and 1. So we're going to make our box to encompass all those numbers. See, 20 plus 2 equals 22, and 20 plus 1 equals 21. So that's our reasoning. Now, 20 times 20 is 400. And the reason we know that is 2 times 2 is 4, and we add 2 zeros. 20 times 1 is 20. 2 times 1, 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And 20 times 2 is 40. Now, if we add all those up, we're going to get the same thing. 400 plus 40 plus 20 plus 2. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 4 plus 2 is 6. And when we bring down your 4, so as you can see, we got the same thing 3 different ways. Partial products, box method, and standard algorithm. So, as I was saying earlier, because just like I did with multiplication of 2 by 1 digit, I'm going to do 2 parts because this is going to be extremely, extremely important. And if you don't understand this, it's going to make things really difficult for you. Okay, so what I need to do is we need to go over where am I at? Okay, so we need to go over the 0 rule because I think this is very important, and it's also going to be very helpful to you. So if we have a number 20 times 46. Yes, this is 2 digit by 2 digit, but because we have a 0 here, the 0 is going to come down here, and we don't need to worry about it anymore. Now we're just going to multiply 2 by 6, which is 12. We carry a 1, and 2 times 4 is 8, plus the 1 that we carried is 9. So the answer to 20 times 46 is 920. And as you can see, that took us way less time. So if you ever see a problem that has a 0 at the end, then you can always do that. So let's look at another one that's a little bit bigger. 460 times 23. So we got your 0 at the end, so we can just, well, actually we're going to have two numbers. So we can bring your 0 down and then forget about it. So 6 times 3 is 18. Carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So now we're done with that line. So let's mark the 3 out. Now we need to add a 0, just like we always do. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So now we're going to add those. 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 1 plus 9 is 10. Now, we're not done because we have to add the 0 that we brought down. And then we can just erase that 0. So our answer, if we put a comma right here, we count 1, 2, 3 digits, we put a comma, is 10,000 580. And if you want to check my math, feel free to. I'm confident in my technique. So should you. It's always a good idea to check yourself. But if you know what you're doing, you do it correctly, then you're going to get the problem right all the time. So, until next time, I'll see you later. Keep working on your multiplication tables. Keep practicing. And we'll do part 2 in another video. Bye.